And we are live. Welcome everybody to What is in Your Tackle. This is episode, I believe it's 44. And we are going to be talking about river tactics. And our special guest today is Skip Stewart with Clearview Outdoors.
Hello.
They are, if you haven't seen it, they were on the water this morning, him and Roger and Zach, so they are on their way home right now, so they figured we'd just go ahead and do it on the road home. Yep, there's Roger.
Yeah. I'm going to try to read chat. I don't want to skip looking at the phone the whole time because he'll die.
But that works for me. That works for me.
The only phone mount that he had in the car is on his side of the vehicle, and it can't be moved because it's mounted.
Yeah, so no problem at all.
I figure between you and I, we can read chat to him so he can keep eyes on the road. And I'll focus on the ride.
Yep. We've got CVA. Murillo jumped in here real fast, but he's had to go. We got 351 Cleveland. Lisa Elliott. We've got, of course, Roger had to jump in and chat there. we got small water charters. What's going on, buddy? We got avid fishermen. We got Fat Boy Eric in the house.
Eric. Just shared you out on the community tab, so
cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's the thing. I've got my my community tab now, so that's I shared your all's live stream this morning. So
good deal. Went pretty good. Skip did pretty good for his first time going live.
Yeah, he did. I was
very happy
good.
with it. He's had a really good teacher. Yeah, Roger was showing me the ropes.
Yeah. Except for you probably been fishing longer than he has.
Yeah, I probably have. I know I have. Yeah, I was probably fishing when he was still in diapers. That's because you're old.
I appreciate that, Lisa. Yeah. Saying congratulations on the 500. Yep. I appreciate it. Hey, I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for everybody in the chat and everybody else around the community.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Eric said Zach is a good teacher, too. He's a great teacher.
He is a good teacher. Zach is not as social butterfly as Skip and I are, but his skill level exceeds.
Yeah. So, basically, what we're going to be talking about today is just some river tactics. Ways. Right. Since we got Roger in there for a little bit, we'll just use him too. He can talk too, but basically just talking about some tactics, old school, new school, however you want to go. Just how to read the waters, what you look for when you're out on the water.
Well, usually we're looking for clarity. Yeah, your water level, the clarity, the current. And it kind of depends what you're after too. I guess the blues, that current don't really seem to bother them a whole lot, but it's hard to get set up in the fast current, so you try to get over in the slacker water, and a lot of times we cast out into the heavier current.
Yeah.
And your bait will come in against a ledge or rock or something like that, and them blues, they don't seem to mind that current at all. And then the flatheads, they're kind of opposite. They don't really care for that heavy current, so usually find them in slacker water and around structure. You're always looking for structure, I guess, both ways. Cover. To be honest with you, we normally decide where we're going to fish at home. Yeah. We pretty much have a game plan before we ever leave the house by looking at our river conditions at each pool. We'll decide what pool we want to fish, what areas should be good and given those conditions. And then we'll go on the water, and then we'll look for confirmation of our hunch of what we thought the situation could be. And if we're right, then we'll stick to our game plan. And if we're wrong, we'll just change the game plan and adapt to whatever the situation is.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially if you're up around the dam and stuff, and they start pushing water out, your game plan is going to change quickly.
Yeah. You guys see us. We like to get as close to the dam as we're legally allowed.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're definitely borderline.
Yeah, and it's good because depends on what kinds of dams they are. You got bait fish coming through there, so they're going to want to be up there close enough to get all that bait fish coming through.
Yep. Sometimes it can be total chaos.
Yeah.
When they're really feeding up there. Yeah. You could have rods going down left and right.
Yeah.
Seems like the warmer water does better for us at the dam. Yeah. To be honest, the colder water doesn't seem to be as good up there. It seems like when the water's warm, the closer to the dam you get. It doesn't matter how shallow. Our dam's actually pretty shallow. It's 15 to 25 feet. That's it. And but in the cold water, it seems to be more effective downriver at the end of the pool or deeper pockets of slower moving water. Is kind of where we find most of our success in the cold temperatures.
Now, when we're talking about tactics, especially on the rivers and stuff, now are you relying more on electronics, or are you trying to read more of the water when you get there?
Well, we always are, looking for current seams and eddies and foam line, trash line. Using that to start our search, and then of course we're looking into electronics.
Yeah.
Trying to see what all's down there. See if there's any structure or what the chant or the ledge might look like, or any dips or.
Yeah.
A lot of times they seem to like to hold in a dip.
Now,
or a big rock, pile or something like that.
Yeah, I've never fished much on the dams around the rivers and everything. Now, are you all looking when you all were looking up there at the dams? Is it hard to find areas with that water rushing through, or what? Does it make it a little bit more difficult since it's pushing material down the river?
You mean like debris and stuff?
Yeah. Because I know coming out of that dam, it's going to push a lot of that debris through.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Now, is that affecting how you read the water?
Not so much read. If there's an area that's shooting out a lot of trash, obviously we're not going to sit there. We're not going to fish there. But when we normally get up, when you get close enough to a dam, you got a lot of weird things that start to happen. And in that turbulent, crazy water, you find these slick spots where the water is almost not moving at all, or it might even be, twirling around or going backwards. Those are the areas we like to target. It's like the current, be rushing by you just a few feet over, but you're in this spot where it's just kind of almost like calm water in that. Of course, we can use that spot lock on the trolling motor, and you might only be running 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, and you can just kind of stay there. We've just suspended bait straight down below the boat. Yeah, explain that a little bit too. Because it's basically like the boat's a bobber. Because you're just, and all that rushing water's around you, and them fish are coming in and out of that. What I feel is they come into that slacker water to take a little break, and then bam, there's your baits.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, they take one, and then we'll cast some out too. Sometimes we'll cast one with a real light sinker, like way out, and just let it go out there and float around wherever it wants to go. Sometimes that can be the magic rod. You know, it just depends what the fish want. Sometimes, you know, sometimes the suspend will work. Sometimes, you know, just casting them out will work. Big baits, little baits.
Yeah.
We try it all.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fillets.
Yeah, that's one thing I would definitely remember to or recommend is people to play around with their baits. You know, don't just throw the same thing all the time. Don't just throw a big bait all the time. You know, mix it up, because we've got big fish on small baits, medium baits, and big baits. You know.
Oh yeah. And then even vice versa, you've got small fish on big baits, thinking that they're going to eat that big piece of bait.
And they do.
Yeah.
If that catfish can get its mouth around it, it'll eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the most important things to remember, especially if you get up there in that turbulent, crazy water. You spot lock in one of those tall pockets, is you want to have heavy weight on your rigs. I recommend Kentucky rigs just because they hang straight down.
Yeah. Straight down.
And you want to have you want to have a lot of weight on, because if that boat does decide to turn, it might turn at 360. But if you don't have heavy lead on those lines to keep it straight underneath the boat, straight down, then they'll lift and get into your other lines and tangle. But if you have, if you got heavy enough weight on it to where when the boat turns, that the line doesn't lift and get into another line, then you're in good shape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's really, Zach is like master at that technique. He's the one that taught it to us. And, because he fishes that area so much. That boat ramp is only 10 minutes from his house. And, he's fished that area a lot. So, but, it's a good tactic for up there. I would love to go apply it at some other dams,
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to be able to try that down at Melodol Dam.
Yep.
Actually, I did try once, but the current was just too strong that day I was there.
I'm just wondering down there at that Wolf Creek Dam.
Oh, there at Cumberland?
Yeah.
Lake Cumberland?
Yeah, there at the dam down there. I wonder if it would be any good.
It should be. It's got blues in it, doesn't it? That Wolf Creek?
It should. I know it's got channels. I know it'll have channels and flatheads in that area.
Well, even the flatheads. Is that close to you, Kelly?
About an hour drive.
And you got bank access?
Yeah, there's plenty of bank access, but the problem is on there, your bank access is on the side that they push the water out. So you have that heavy current coming through there.
Heavy current. Huh?
Yeah.
Do they regulate that water? Do they slow it down?
Yeah,
sometimes?
they do. Yeah, they do.
You got a way to read that?
I'd say our Fish and Wildlife, I say they have something on there that lets you know how much water they're pushing through and stuff.
That's what you ought to look for and target it whenever you can get some baits to stay out there,
Yeah, I'd have to use some heavy weights. I know that.
Be worth a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any bank access about a half a mile, maybe a mile down from that?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bank access down through there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you ought to just start working that.
I would. Is there anywhere down that bank access that a creek comes in, or a marina, or a cove?
Yeah, creek and everything comes through there. Yeah, that's where they release a lot of your trout down there too.
It'd be a good place to target the creek.
Yeah,
creek mouth
on the upriver side.
Yeah, it's like Whisker and Stripe said that they normally have striper and sturgeon. You'll have walleye and sauger in that area too. So
nice. How many rods you like to fish with? You unlimited?
Unlimited.
Yeah, man. You could pitch you out a couple catfish rods and then throw your lures and stuff for other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Have a multi-fishing day. I used to do that a lot when I fished creeks and stuff, ponds. You know, I'd throw a few lines out, and then, you know, like bass fish or crappie fish or something like that, whatever, bluegill, whatever was in there.
Yeah. What's going on, Sogo? Chris, you Indiana Chris says, where's Skip driving to? Home. That's where he's driving to.
I'm driving home. I'm driving in Ohio.
Been on the water all day. We're heading home.
Yeah.
My wife is cooking up something on the Blackstone.
Oh, I went to your house. I'm going to eat before I go home.
Well, I had some Mexican pizza, so I'm good.
There you go.
Taco Tuesday at our little taco shop here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's normally what I have, but we just had to have some leftovers from yesterday. We've got 14 people in the house. Appreciate everybody coming in here, hitting the thumbs up. Make sure you share it out. And also make sure we hit Hookset Skip with Clearview. Make sure we get his numbers up there. He's not that far from 500. He's just a little over 100 more.
Yeah, and you know, like old school, I guess if I didn't have electronics, you know, that would be the things we'd be targeting. Would be creek mouths.
Yeah.
Trying to find a ledge, and we was talking about that on the boat today.
Channel markers.
Yeah, channel markers. You know, if you're in the river, they've got these channel markers that show them barges right where the channel edge is.
Yeah.
And you can just fish those. Either anchor up on them or drift them, or there's so many different tactics.
Now, if you were on a river that had a flat bottom, what would be your first clue to go look for if it was all flat bottom?
If it was all flat, I'd be looking for some kind of structure. Wouldn't you?
Well, he's saying it's all flat, but there's not really no river that's like that, I don't believe. But
I mean, it seems like you would have to have some trees or
so the only way.
But you don't have you won't have like a actual channel. It's just be mostly like your ledge comes down and then it just be kind of flat.
Yeah, I kind of experienced that when I went down to where the Licking River comes into Ohio there in Cincinnati. It was just a couple weeks ago, and actually I got to fish with Chris from Hooks and Hammings.
Yeah.
And J-Dog and Lee Evans were all down there. And they were all targeting the Licking. Well, I wanted to go out to the Ohio, and it didn't take me long to get back to the Licking because that's the way it kind of was. It was just like, you know what, when it come off the bank, it just went straight down, and it was just one level all the way across and then back up. And you know, I just kind of felt lost because our you know, we have so much channel ledges and dips and humps and stuff like that. That, you know, everywhere I was going out there, I couldn't hardly find nothing. And I finally found a creek mouth. I thought, okay, this will be a good spot. Well, there was already a catfish boat up in there.
Yeah.
So we went back to the Licking and we got on some fish. Just a few, but it was a tough fight for everybody that day.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of like what I was talking about because we're up there where Chris is fished at, where J-Dog fishes and stuff. It's basically you got a drop off ledge from the sides, but then it's mostly just like a flat bottom, like a muddy bottom all the way across. So there's no rock structure. There's nothing like that to really.
I would have to have more time on the water there to figure that out because, you know, we've got a little river here in Chillicothe where I live at, and it's full of structure and depth changes. Now it does have areas like that, but you know, we target the other area. We target where we know the fish are going to be. Of course, it gets down to like 2 foot deep though. Whenever it gets like that, where it gets real flat like that.
Yeah.
So you almost can't get a boat in it anyway.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, do you have something like that? Is that why you're asking?
Well, no, I was just talking about up there. I mean, ours isn't in here. Gosh,
Am I still with you?
I mean, I'm on Lake Cumberland, but it is a river. I mean, it's Cumberland River. So, I mean, you got spots that could be 32 feet down to 100 something feet. So, I mean, there's always structures all around mine.
Hey, real quick, Whiskers and Stripe asked if we did any good today. We ended up went up with a dozen fish on the nose.
12 fish in the boat.
So we didn't catch any monsters today. I think biggest was like about almost 18 pounds, right at 18 pounds.
Yeah, it was the biggest one, 17 something.
But we had a good time. It was beautiful out today.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely. Small water charters. He's down there. John's down there in Florida. He's like, all structure in most of our lakes in grass are all shallows. So.
Well, the thing is, the fish are always going to travel a ledge. It just so happens if you don't have
All right. They must have got a phone call. Bear with us. You're muted on your side. You're muted on your side.
There we go. All right, we back?
Yep, we're back.
It does that. For some reason, it kicks it out of my speaker system.
So how do you get back in?
Usually I have to disconnect, get out of wherever I'm in, and then redo it. Like YouTube, that's the way I always have to do it.
Can you just turn your Bluetooth off and listen to the pod?
No, you're all good now.
Can I just leave and then go back?
Probably.
All right, guys, they're gonna try to get back on their speakers of the vehicle, so just bear with them. While we're doing that, we got 18 people in the house. Let's go through a little bit. Here you go. And there's Wabash. Nate, what's going on, Nate? Appreciate you coming in here. That's fine, Roger. There's Carmel Muncie. There's Sir Fins, Mr. Elliott, Mr. Smallwater Charters. We got Pontoon Jody in the house. We got Mike's Fishing Home. Fat Boy Eric. We got Sogos in the house. Let's see. There's Alvin Lewis. Whisker and Stripes. There's David Smith. What's going on? Yeah, I know. It's fine. There's P.A. Trout Slayer. What's going on, man? How's the trout going up there in Pennsylvania? But our guests will be back here in just a minute. Just bear with them.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome.
We back?
It's awesome. Yep, we're back.
Cool. We had PA Trout Slayer come in. He said he caught 5 today, 3 over 20 inches today.
Nice, sweet.
Yeah, that's some good catches today.
Yeah.
We had a friend of ours out today, also fishing the other end of the pool, and caught a 39 and a 51 today.
Nice. What's going on, Jesse, with
And
Outdoors Addiction?
We have a theory on that. Jesse, Zach said when he was catching the bait, and he caught 4 fish last night after he caught bait down past the Cider River, where the Cider River comes into Ohio.
Yeah.
It's a small river that comes in, and the water was about 4 degrees warmer down there than it was where we were fishing today.
Ah, so they were moved to the warmer water then.
Yeah, we're wondering. We should have probably went down that way.
I don't think the fish would move down to the river.
I think that's just where they were.
I think that
the
warmer water
gotcha.
made those fish more active.
Yeah, it might have made them more active. Yeah.
Hey,
we did get the flathead today. The flathead in 43-degree water.
We caught flathead, blues, and channels.
Now I noticed a lot of your fish were muddy. Was the flathead muddy?
Yeah.
Too?
Yep.
So they all were buried in the mud then, or just coming out of it then.
Yep. Coming out of it, I believe.
Today is day 3 of the water's consistency. So the river has been up and down like a yo-yo, but today is the 3rd day the water's been at the same level. And that's kind of the secret for us, is it doesn't really matter if it's high or if it's low, as long as it's the same for 3 days.
Yeah.
From that third day on,
the light's usually better.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's stuff you gotta look at. And that's stuff you gotta look at when you're fishing these rivers and stuff like that. You gotta look at the consistency.
Yeah, you can do that online. You know, they have charts and stuff that show you that, which I knew nothing about until I started fishing with Roger. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we spend a lot of time looking at the water levels, watching the barometer, watching weather patterns, fronts, and things like that coming in. We pay a lot of attention to that before, if we know we got a trip coming up, we're watching that all week. We're talking almost every day between the 3 of us. We talk every day about fishing or something, and sharing thoughts and ideas and opinions on what we can do better next time.
Now, sometimes, we just go because that's the only time we got to go,
Yeah.
And then you just try to make the best of it.
That's how we got the name River Warriors.
Yeah. Now
we'd go in the craziest conditions, but that's when we could go.
Now, a question for you all: do you all really think that the barometric pressure actually affects the way you all fish, or no?
No, I think the fish tell us more about what's going on. Like today, they were all buried in the mud. I mean, I pay attention to the thought process is that the higher the pressure, the farther down in the mud they'll be.
I believe
tighter to the bottom, and then low pressure, they'll more likely to be off the bottom feeding. So,
Gotcha.
But we use our electronics to confirm that. I mean, if they're up off the bottom, we can see them. Today, we couldn't see them. We marked bait fish. That told us this would be a good area to try. But as bad as the fish were buried up in the mud, covered, we couldn't find them on the electronics really. So we just fished. When we found bait, we found a favorable area out of the main current, then just sent rods out.
Yeah.
And a little bit of, the area we fish today, we fish a lot. So, the more time on the water you fish an area, the more you learn about it. And you can really learn something every time you go out there, if you pay attention.
Oh, yeah. And it's like I know Roger's told me, and a bunch of others told me, it's more time on water is better. So
Yeah, and that's why fish when you can, because this is good for you. No, because
oh yeah,
the more you're out there, and the more you learn about it, the better your success is going to be.
absolutely. Oh, we got a few more people that jumped in here. We got Jello in here. We got Mike Irvin.
Mike Irvin.
What's up, Mike Irvin?
Yeah. And Eric said he did not see GPS on that, Roger.
In my opinion, a fish finder without GPS is a huge disadvantage.
Yes. Especially when you try to use it to mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could find the structure and you can mark it, but to be completely honest with you, you could try to look at the bank and say, well, it's right out here from by that tree, kind of, maybe. But without GPS, drop a pin and say, it's right here, and this is how close my boat is to it now. I think you're really doing yourself a disservice.
Is that a unit he's looking at or something?
Yeah, I think he picked up a Lowrance hook too.
Oh, okay.
Which, without having the GPS there to kind of put you on the right track, your accuracy and your time spent. I think somebody just said that. Mike just said it's a time saver.
351 Cleveland said that Skip, you're at 358 hook sets right now.
Wow, 358, man, that is awesome.
You started out.
Yeah.
I think it was like yesterday or the day before. It was like 233 or something like 333 or 332, something like that. And man, that's great.
Yeah, he had a really good support today for you guys and people sharing him out.
Really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
He enjoyed himself.
You come in and you support us and our shows. It's the least of what we can do is turn around and do the favor back to you.
Well, I feel like I fail at that sometimes. I run out of time sometimes. I do my best though. I do my best.
You're fine. Jody, why do you got to go and wash your boat? Just put it in the water and go fishing. It'll wash itself. Washing a boat. It's a pontoon. What's going on, Ethan? Let's see. Everybody talking about
don't wash
how many
your favorite
mics.
Don't wash your favorite fishing hat.
Never do.
The river.
I lost this one in the river today, but we got it back, thankfully. I don't know what it is about the bill. The bill was the only thing sticking up.
I've done that before, going fishing with a buddy of mine, going down the lake and just going flying, and it just goes, woof, going flying off.
That's the first time it's ever happened to me. My son, he's lost several. Because what happened was the bait cooler fell over and opened up because Roger didn't shut the lid. And
wait, what?
Just kidding. Now, one of us didn't shut the lid, and the bait cooler fell over, and was worried the bait was going to slide out. So I jumped up real quick, and boom, there went my hat.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Eric says, "Does it say it on the box?" Oh, you already got that one.
Yeah, it should show some kind of mapping on the box if it's got mapping. It's hard to believe that just about every unit has mapping now as standard.
Even the small one, like I think that's what my little one in the front is a hook too.
Yeah,
and I think it has some mapping on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's GPS or not though. That's the one that came with my boat, and I moved it up front so that when we're trying to get shad, you know, a lot of times we can see them on there.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to catch bait when you got a unit up front. By the time you see it in the unit in the back, you've already passed the fish.
You've already passed it.
The other way around that is actually to use your trolling motor and go backwards so that your transducer goes over the fish, and you know in 20 feet they're going to be underneath you on the nose of the boat. So
Yeah.
a trick you can use as well is go backwards if you don't have a fish finder on the front of your boat. Hey, 351. What's going on, buddy?
351. Hey, who is it? Freddie. What's up, Freddie?
It's Freddie. My hero. There's my hero. Oh, and Roger.
And Roger, that's right.
And Roger, yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, we've spent the day on the river and got 12 fish.
Oh.
Well, actually, Roger and Zach did. I didn't get any.
Of course, Skip didn't catch a single fish today.
It must be nice. I spent about 4.5, 5 hours on 2 different bank spots and got 1 bite.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's tough.
Well, was it that baby bite? Was it that baby bite that we saw?
Yep, that was the only bite I got. But the lakes here are still not quite ready yet. You know, the rivers are starting to pick up, but the lakes, it's still a little slow for the lakes here. Now the channel cats are starting to come out and bite a little more, but the flats and the blues are still pretty much hunkered down in the mud right now.
Yeah, we fished.
What's going on, Chad, Freddie's boss?
Hoover there. When was that? Last week?
Yeah.
We didn't catch that many, did we? Yeah, we didn't. We struggled.
Yeah. Now, this has been asked 1,000,000 times, but I'm going to ask it again. For you guys, I know you fish the rivers a lot. Do you tend to like fishing on the inside bend or an outside bend?
It depends.
Yeah.
It all depends on what the river's doing. If the river conditions are low and there's not very much current, then we try to look for more current, which would be the outside bend. If the river's up, like it is right now, and the water's cranking, then we look for the inside bend and look for slower water. So, you know, the fish kind of like that little sweet spot. And for every river, it's a little bit different. You know, that it's not going to apply the same on the Mississippi because slow current down there might be 4 mile an hour.
Yeah.
But slower. So, like today, our current was 3.2 miles an hour. So we targeted about 2 miles an hour water speed. You know, we don't want to find anything that was not moving at all, although we did find some.
Well, it's hard to get set up too in that, you know, that swifter water.
Nice. Now I know Roger likes fishing just below the dam area. What about you, Skip?
Yep, I like fishing that area. I mean, that's where we were today. You know, we started out at the dam, then we moved down from it. You know, that area, we fish it a lot, so, you know, we've kind of got the good spots, or I guess spots that have just produced in the past. You know, we know where they're at, and we pretty much know if we're not getting bites in a certain amount of time, it's time to reel them up and move to another one, you know. But we've spent so much time on that area, you know, even though we still learn things, you know, we know it pretty well. And we're always saying that we need to target different areas to learn how to fish them too. But a lot of times when you get a chance to go, you go where you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the big question is anchored or dragging? Which is your favorite?
Oh man.
Favorite? Dragging. Yep. Dragging, hands down, between the two. Bumping's going to win all of it.
Well, I didn't add bumping in there. I just want to know dragging or anchoring there, Roger.
Dragging. Skip, what's your favorite?
I mean, it really depends where I'm at. If I'm in the river,
we can't drag much in our river.
Yeah, if I'm in the river, it's going to be anchoring or drifting. I mean, just spin drifting is fun too.
Yeah.
Because you can cover a lot of water. It's kind of like dragging.
I'm leaving. Freddie's rude.
Oh, you rooted him out. But drifting's a lot like dragging because you can cover so much water.
Yeah.
And I want to target the active feeding fish.
I want to put it in their mouth.
Yep, we want to put it right in their mouth every time.
Yeah. No, I know your favorite's bumping, and I know Roger's favorite's bumping, just because.
Well, now I haven't bumped as much as them guys. It is a blast. The biggest one I've caught is like 12 pounds, and it felt like a tank whenever it hit. And just having that in your hands when it hits, it was a rush. And I can see why they love it so much. But I haven't got to go on them trips to Tennessee with them, where it's more productive.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder to do on our river. But where down there, it's a lot easier to do because of the current and just the type of river it is and everything.
Yeah. Now,
but,
I know you guys.
But I do. If I'm in a lake, it's definitely dragging would be my favorite because you can cover so much water, and I love pulling in boards.
Oh yeah, boards are the best. That's all I'm gonna say now. But when you guys are anchored up in the river and dropping your baits, do you guys ever use floats and float live bait back behind the boat any?
Yes, that's something that we usually we do have one long line out the back and have a float on it. You saying dragging?
No, or anchored up in the river. Usually anchored up in the river.
Oh, anchored up. Now we have done that, like when we're flathead fishing, and say you got a big brush pile back there, and you try to float that, let that float go right back to it, but not get in it, but be right out in front of it. That's a good tactic there. But we've also been using the float for dragging. You have one out. Usually we'll have one long line out on one side just by itself, and then another long line out and use one of those floats. So, you cast out so far, put the float on, and then let it out so far. And a lot of times that'll be the one that, targets the most fish or something. And then something else we experimented with last year was when we was drifting the river, was putting one of those floats out. And so, we got all of our baits suspended right off the boat, but we started putting one out on a bobber where, the bobber was getting out there to the fish before the boat ever got close, to the fish. And that was working for us too. That was pretty fun, actually. Nice. We didn't get to we started doing that toward the end of the kind of like the drifting season there, or I did anyway. And, but it was working.
I'm going to head home.
Roger's going to head out.
Wait, Roger. I have to ask Skip a question in front of you. How do the better cheddars taste on the muskrat, since I didn't get any the other week?
Well, they are pretty amazing, Freddie. I can't lie.
I didn't get invited to go till midnight. There was nowhere open at midnight to go get cheddar betters.
No excuse, Roger. No excuse.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
There's always
Guys,
supposed to have an extra stash of better cheddars.
Yeah, well, I'm poor. So I'm going to head to my house and get ready for our show tonight at 8 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about the kids catfishing for kids tournament coming up. And
awesome.
So I'll see you guys.
Now, how old do you have to be to get into that one, Roger?
16 or younger.
Dang it. I'm 17.
You missed, man. You missed, Freddie. You just missed it, Freddie.
I might have to go get a niece or a nephew or a niece or something to go with me.
There you go. That's what you need to do.
The more
take a kid out.
Yep. I'm hoping. We'll talk about it tonight, but I'm hoping to.
Sweet.
Anyway,
have a good one, Roger. Be safe.
This is Skip. See you, buddy.
All right. See you, Roger.
Hey, brother. All right, man. I'll catch up with you.
I just wanted to jump in real quick. I got to jump out and make dinner for the kids myself. I just wanted to jump in because Kelly reached out to me and asked me. I wanted to ask you a few questions because you are my hero, Skip.
I appreciate it, Freddie. You're my hero.
I look forward. I will be back up that way sooner or later, hopefully, and we'll have to get on a boat somewhere together and do some fishing, bud.
Yeah, I'd love to get you at Hoover. You would love dragging Hoover.
But I'm going back out of here. Kelly, finish up your show. Great job tonight so far, bud. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate it. All right.
See you, Freddie. Okay.
Eric said Skip that he's going to be taking Monday off soon. I'm guessing he's wanting to hook up with you too.
Tell him to let me know in advance a little bit if he can. That would,
yep.
And I will see what I can do.
Jimmy, no, I do not live in Ohio. I am in southeastern of Kentucky. I'm almost at the bottom of Kentucky, toward Tennessee. There's Miss Cause in the air, catfishing with Cause.
My phone is still hooked to my truck. It won't go off. I don't know how to get it off.
If you want to pop off of it and get inside, that's fine. And just come back in when you get inside.
Okay.
That works. All right, he'll be back. He's going to jump inside the house real quick. We've got, what's up, Squirrel? Fishing with the Squirrels in the house. There's Florida Flash. Welcome in. Squirrel, yes, they did. They caught 12 today. Jimmy, the guy that's on with me as my guest tonight, they were fishing Hoover. That's what they fish. Him and Roger from Muskrat Adventures, and Zach, all the three of the River Warriors. That's what they do. They fish Hoover. Mike Irvin, what's going on, buddy? So, Eric, you're going to take off all Mondays. All right. What's going on, Sogo? Oh, he's trying to get in here. Hold on, but oh man, that stinks. There he is. Oh, that's awesome there, Florida. Catching a few crappie. Yeah, I caught a few of them on Thursday. Yeah, Eric, they were on Ohio, but yeah, they do fish Hoover. Oh, waiting on Skip to get back in. He's going inside the house real quick since he's home. Yeah, Sogo's kind of frozen on us. What's up, LG Bass? I'm going to put him in the basement until he gets back up here. You going to go live, Avid, finally? You going to show us that you can catch fish? We got 16 wonderful people in here. Oh, that's fine, Sogo. First day after ice melted here in Indiana. Tomorrow back to Florida for redfish. There you go. Well, Florida, Flash, I just picked you up, buddy. I'm gonna watch you and help support you since you're in here, help supporting me. Mission accomplished. All right. Anybody else say anything? Everybody's got everybody. So we're just waiting on Skip to get back in here. But today we're just, if you got any questions for Skip, basically we're talking about river tactics. So if you got any questions on anything related to rivers, make sure you post that in chat. That way I can ask it out to him. Oh, it's fine, Florida, man. I know it's, I think I had seen you in a while, so, but yeah, we've been here. Yeah, I hit the creek a little bit today. I didn't go live, but I hit the creek a little bit. Caught me one bait for tomorrow or for Thursday. So I'm gonna go live fishing on Thursday. Got me a little sucker, so I'm gonna use it as cut bait. And then I caught me a nice little red eye. Hey, I sent you a picture of that, Aaron. I caught another one. As you were sitting there watching me and you sitting there fishing virtual, I caught two. But yeah, we're definitely going out catfishing Thursday, definitely. So be looking for that. Also, reminder at 8:00 tonight. Roger Muskrats and Creo will be on, and they will be talking about the kids tournament coming up. Lisa, now we could teach Aaron how to use a tripod. I know he was having a lot of issues today trying to use a tripod. Yeah, you caught 5 virtual bass totaling a weight of 53.13 ounces. Yeah, virtual, not real, virtual. Oh yeah, that's what I've been doing today, Sogo. It was where the water tipped as it was. Yeah, it was just a slow retrieve. I wasn't bringing in like I would do normal. But our creek fish have not moved up through the waters yet, so it's been a slow bite to nothing bite. Yeah, but still, you don't get to touch it, and you with your real hands. You get to touch it with your virtual hands, so you don't get to feel it. Get all that slime all over you. So it ain't the same. But he'll jump up here in a little bit. I know he's just getting stuff inside the house and probably getting something to eat real quick. Yeah, Sogo's always giving out those tips. Always. But I know where I was out Thursday, we were striper fishing and crappie fishing. I know I was watching the fish finder on the boat, watching and just trying to get used to seeing the water more and more on my side, and trying to read it and read the structures and read the ups and downs and things like that. The drop offs. I was watching the temperature, watching the flow of the water. So don't forget, guys, in the descriptions is Clearview Outdoors' link. Also, there's a merch link to my stuff. Make sure you go over there and check that out and just see if there's something there you might be interested in. I've seen some of the merchandise firsthand, and they look really good. The logos are really, really good size. I would ask somebody to come up on screen. He probably won't do it with that shirt on, but you never know. If Aaron and Lisa want to come up here and show off the merch, they can. Just let me know. Well, just go ahead and share them out there, Sogo. Just go ahead and share your secrets out. It's not like we're going to come down there and fish your waters. Is it not working? Let me see. I may have to go and edit it. Oh. Yeah. Let me see if I can fix that real quick while you're doing that. Sounds like a plan, Sogo. Pretty open schedule on my end since. Yep. Oh, sweet. See, and LG Bass got the mug today, so that's awesome. I think all my links are not working today, so I don't know why, but they're not, apparently. But it is in my About page, so. Let's see. We'll do it this way while we're waiting on him to get back in here. I'll do it this way. What's going on, Lori? Appreciate it. All right, there's the merch link. Yeah, there you go. Appreciate that, 351. Yeah, sometimes when you copy links and put them in there, for some reason they don't copy completely all the way over. So, but there it is. I know Lori's been out there working her tail off, trying to find the fish. Lori, this right here would be good. This would be good information today if I can get Skip back on there. We're talking about river tactics. I appreciate that, Lori. You know, I always love seeing the coffee mugs that you send, and I'll send them right back to you. Let me see what's going on, see if he's okay. Lori, you got any good information? Have you been catching anything or finding anything lately? Because I know you've been putting the time. Anybody wants to jump up and hang out, I'll post a link. What's going on, Chrissy? It's fine, Lori. I know you were out there trying and doing what you can to find them, but things happen. I know. I understand. I understand completely. Well, I'm hoping everything's good. Okay with Skip. I haven't heard from him yet. So. But anybody wants to click that link, wants to come up and hang out and talk, they can. Yeah. Oh, I understand. Lori. I understand completely. There's 17 wonderful people still in here watching. LG Bass said, "Life, I love that game." Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, that's usually mine. I mean, I know a lot of people get more, and time to fish, and I know a lot of us don't get time to fish much, so things happen. That's okay, Lori. I appreciate you jumping in. I know, like you said, you've been busy, so hey, it's always good to see you. Oh, I know. So well, that's that's me. The only reason I got to go a little bit today is just because I got off. I got done with work early. A couple of my stores said that they didn't need service today, so that's the reason why I got to come home early. So, but all right, guys. Just got word from Skip. He's not going to be able to make it back in, but I appreciate him coming in and talking a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and shut this one down. I appreciate everybody coming on here, hanging out, sharing out the link for Clearview Outdoors. So, but we're going to get this shut down and make sure y'all go over there and watch Muskrat at 8. Let's do a raid for Lee Evans. I think he's still alive. Let's go watch him and give him some support. I know everybody likes watching him, and especially his morning show and stuff. Let's go make sure that we give him some support since I'm getting off early enough. But I appreciate everybody coming on here. But we will catch you all on the flip side. All right. See you all.